And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Leave it, 48.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Left side caught by Diggs. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
4 down.
2nd down, Cousins. Man open left side is Brown. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Montravius Adams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he spins away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But
trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. Cousins now. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Play action now. Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Rodgers. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it through, And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets it to Brown, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Zebra. Hey, flipper. Where's the hot?
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On second down, Cook. And some room to roam now. Cook able to escape. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there out of Cook. 42 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Rhino!
First down, here's the run with Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted. Throwing, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Rodgers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Rhino! We're going, let's go.
A give. This is Cook. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Cook following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Cousins. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Left side, Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
First. Hey, Oscar.
To throw, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's Cousins on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Yeah, because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Second down, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Rodgers going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Green 18. Jump out.
Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal.
Green 18. Zoom.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Linval Joseph coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's the backup Simeon. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing third and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got a man, complete. A big gain of 31 on third down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Simeon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They run. Cook. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Simeon. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Chevian. And he's able to find Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Fighting through pressure. Now he's flushed out left. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Linval Joseph in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They go play action for Montgomery and now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And taken right on the 30. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney!
Again, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Three down. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Third and long. It's Simeon. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Zone. 319.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They run the counter with Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hot!
Now it's Simeon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Crosby on now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
you